ये तो हमें पता है कि Indians are very good at savings. But did you know India ranks amongst the best top savers of the world? Savings करने में तो India माहिर है. But with evolving times, India has opted for different patterns or options for savings, which can be seen with 10 crore of new Demat accounts being opened and with over 14 crore of mutual fund portfolios in the country. The generational gap between the millennials and the Gen Z regarding investments and saving is verified. Today we have many investment options. Gen Z and millennials of the country are looking forward to investing in the wide range of investment options available today like cryptocurrency, NFT, ETF, mutual funds and stocks. Let's understand the financial behavior and investment psychology of Gen Z and millennial and the difference between the pattern of investments and savings in today's episode of Financial Wellbeing 101.
Hi, my name is Charmi Shah. I'm the co-founder of Taurian Services and I was one of the youngest practicing financial advisor in 2013. So we are a one-stop solution provider for wealth protection, wealth accumulation and wealth distribution. My main agenda of being in this profession is to avoid people running out of cash especially for generations X, Y and Z. The Gen Z or millennials, their earning years would be somewhere between 21 to 25 years. What I advise to them is you start earning at the age of 21 or 25. Your first salary, you spend it on yourself, you party hard, you do everything. But from second salary onwards, at least start saving something. They ask, I earn 10,000 rupees, I earn a lakh of rupees, then what should be the percentage that I would like to start with? At the initial stage, keep 80-20 as a ratio. 80% can be your entire savings or investment and 20% can be your expenses because initial years you don't have that financial dependency on you. The family is not financially dependent on your income. So in that case you can take 80-20 and then gradually as and when your family grows, you expand your family, you expand your business, you expand your income. That ratio will turn into 80-20 again. 80 being your expenses and 20 being your savings. So the equation to understand that income is lakh of rupee, expenses 80,000 and savings 20,000. Today's generation is more of plastic money. People end up buying number of 8, 10, 15 credit cards. इस पे ये ऑफर था, चलो ये credit card ले लो. They were offering me free 1-year trial credit card. Take that credit card. So people nowadays have slimmer wallets. Previously the wallet size was little thicker than what it is today. The other behavior that I have seen, I have noticed is every weekends party, pubs, discotheques, pizza party and of course with this Swiggy, Zomato coming up, everything is on your fingertips. You don't have to worry. पहले हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं, अरे weekend है तो शायद hotels में बहुत restaurants में line रहेगा, छोड़ नहीं जाते. People are nowadays are not concerned with that at all. On your fingertips, you order from whichever area you are and you get everything delivered at your home with your medicines, with your groceries, with your food, your drinks. Today the life is so easy that you end up paying more. Nowadays people are more into impulsive buying. I usually go to this departmental stores and I notice that there are no doors, like only the exit and the entry door. There are no clocks, so that once you enter, हाँ ये भी चाहिए, ये भी चाहिए, ये भी चाहिए, you put everything in your cart and instead of that wife has given you only 10 items, you end up paying for 20 and 30 items because ये ज़रूरत पड़ गया तो हाँ ये social media influencer ने ये कुछ तो बताया था. This is nice. With one of my existing client gave me a reference to his friend who was a colleague. He wanted to start investment for a long term. I said, okay, what is the definition of long term? He said 365 days. I said, how come 365 days? He said, income tax only saying no, after 365 days if you are holding in investments, that's a long term. I was totally taken aback and I said, long term doesn't mean 365 days. So if I have to compare it with the previous generation, they used, for them, long term would be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. सिर्फ incoming रहता था कि नहीं ये पैसा रखा है वो side पे ही रहेगा as an investment. We don't want to withdraw unless some emergency comes up. So I said कि just ask your father that for him what is long term. He said I and my father don't have that same wavelength. So for him it should be somewhere 20-30 years. मैं तो यही करने वाला हूँ 366th day you withdraw everything जो भी है profit book करो, we'll take it forward from there. So that was one of my experience that I had. So in a conversation with one of my friend was I was just discussing that people nowadays follow tips rather than sips. So I always tell if you are a fresher to investment journey, follow sip, don't follow tip. But they have taken reversely. Follow tip, don't follow sip. The good thing for millennials is what the urge to start the investment. Maybe they fall under a category of FOMO कि यार मेरा friend कर रहा है, my colleague is doing, why am I not doing that? So that FOMO feeling, fear of missing out, is somewhere playing a good role, at least investment per se. What I perceive is the generations before, like X, Y generation, people used to believe in FOBO, fun of better option. तभी उन लोग क्या सोचते थे, अरे ये मेरे पास नहीं है, it's okay, भगवान ने कुछ अच्छा सोचा रहेगा मेरे लिए. And the other example, so there was some big billion sale in the month of August or September, mid of August or mid of September. I was just going through online shopping and everything. So I came across a pair of shoe or something where it was showing me the MRP was 300 rupees. But the second line was low cost EMI 36 rupees for the next 6 or 8 months. So that was an eye opener for me. So people nowadays believe in no cost or low cost EMI. Even if I have that power to buy right away, I'll rather opt for EMI because as a person, I am seeing my money in my hand only, that it is not going away. Say for example, 50,000 is not going on the spot, but 5,000 over the period of next 11 months, not even 10 months, because then it will be no cost EMI. So for the next 11 months, I am paying 5,000 rupees as an EMI. Today, the mode of transaction that people use is UPI, GPay, Paytm, where you don't feel that pinch in your pocket because you are not paying in physical term, you are paying through online transaction. So salary online aa raha hai, expenses online ho raha hai. At the end of the month, you are nothing. So that's how the whole situation currently is. Because of easy access to the information, you are very impulsive buyer rather than people who were in the previous generation, they were only compulsive buyer. They used to buy things only when they required. आज जरूरत है तो आज ही लेंगे, कल जरूरत है तो कल लेंगे. So that generation was like, if you want to enjoy tomorrow, save today. The Gen Z or millennials think enjoy today, कल का कल देखेंगे. That's what their funda is. If they are starting off with the investment journey, be little polite. Ask them, this is the amount you will save every month or every year, and this you can utilize for your international vacation or maybe a domestic vacation. So if you give a tag to that particular investment, they will start doing it because they are building a dream in their mind. So I think I see a lot of content on social media where Gen Y and Gen Z have been in the transition phase. Matlab they have seen from pager to mobile. They have seen from black and white TV to color slim TV. This is the generation where the transition was so quick that we couldn't realize we are actually addicted to that now. So my take on this was, previously what people used to think कि जो भी salary मेरी है was more than enough and we have to survive in that salary. But today, if I have to tell you that what are people thinking millennials have in their perspective is, जितना भी उनका salary है, उनको उससे ज़्यादा ही बढ़ाना है. Current salary is 1 lakh rupee, that is not sufficient. Even if I earn 10 lakhs rupees, that is not sufficient. Because they believe, उसने नया गाड़ी लिया, मुझे भी नया गाड़ी लेना है. He has the latest phone, latest gadgets, all the latest things. Even I want to have that. Peer pressure is created. Now, in that sense, your lifestyle has become your liability. And once you are into that liability, you are in that trap, then it is very difficult to get out from that trap. previous generations were अगर उनको कुछ भी problem होती, they used to immediately their influencers were their parents. If they have to take any financial decision, they were parents, there were insurance agents, there were chartered accountants. But if today a person has to take any decision or maybe a financial decision, they will first scroll all the social media influencers. इसने क्या बोला, इसने क्या बोला, ये क्या कर रहा है, ये क्या कर रहा है, read the caption, everything. And then you have hell lot of information, and then it is very difficult to filter which information is right for you. Today they follow tips. On basis of those tips, what they do is, हाँ इसने भी, मेरे फ्रेंड ने ये स्क्रिप्ट लिया, मैं भी ये लेता हूँ, मेरे फ्रेंड ने या मेरे कोलीग ने इसमें इन्वेस्ट किया, मैं भी इसमें इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. सो दैट्स व्हाट दे आर इनटू करंटली.
When कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, KBC started in the year 2000 with its first season. The topmost price was 1 CR. In 2022, 14th season is going on, and the price today is 7 CR. If this same trend continues for the next 22 years, so 2044, it will be 50 CR. Now what even KBC production team knows that in 2000 it was 1 CR, in 2022 it is 7 CR, and in 2044 it will be 50 CR. The trend you can draw is the inflation. What they have considered is 9%. So they have, in their calculation, they have considered 9% as an inflation. So inflation is eating away all your money. So inflation is, it's like love. You don't see the love, but you feel it in the air. So inflation is also, you can't see, you can feel it in the products, you can feel it in the services that you buy, that you opt for. So we prepare for that inflation. When we were in school, that time vada pav was costing me 5 rupees. I'm talking somewhere between 15 or 20 years back. Today, it's costing me 15 rupees. Next 20 years, it will cost me 35, 40 or maybe 45 rupees. So this is also inflation. Even that रेकड़ी वाला knows कि भाई मेरा इतने में धंधा नहीं चलने वाला है. तो लोग क्या करेंगे? Shrinkflation इसको बोलते हैं. That is the term that they use. Shrinkflation in economics, it is used. Shrinkflation in layman stuff, it is known as महंगाई. So people are nowadays moving to shrinkflation, where the MRP is same, the product size has decreased or reduced, and we will not realize that. So these are the products. If you are a good observer, you will find everywhere everything is going into shrinkflation and inflation.
A piece of advice that I'll give you is, don't follow the trap of credit cards. Save today to enjoy tomorrow. That is what, it has been going on for the generations, and it will last for the next 2, 3, 5 generations also.